Fly further, my friend. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games and board gamey things. I'm back again today with another pumped up Kickstarter. And today's pumped up Kickstarter preview is on Fly Further from Shvilly Games, who very kindly sponsored today's video. Now, this game is going to be coming to Kickstarter. I will have all the links, everything that you need to know down in the description below. I did also do another preview video yesterday for Diceverse from the same publisher that I will link below in case you're curious about learning more about that. So, a few things to note. As per usual, this is a prototype version of the game, which means anything that you see, including rules, components, etc., is all subject to change, so just keep that in mind. And as per usual with my preview videos, I am not going to do a full how to play. This is more a general overview to help you figure out whether or not this is a good fit for you. All right, so Fly Further plays for 3 to 5 players in around 30 minutes for ages 8 and up. And so I say, why don't we dive into it? Why don't we do that? I would like to do that. Let's do that now. We're going to put you right back here. Here you go. The objective of Fly Further is to anticipate the actions of your opponents and to colonize more planets along the path of the arc. Throughout the game, new planets will be discovered. Players will secretly decide to settle them or to fly further. You will earn victory points by colonizing planets and meeting your conditions. Each race of colonists has unique abilities that can greatly increase your chances of winning if used effectively. But what does that mean? I am so glad you asked. Let's take a closer look at how the game plays. Now, let's take a look at the board here for a second. I am set up for a 4-player game. And one thing that I wanted to mention before we get started is there are, like I said, you could play 3 to 5. So there's 5 different faction colors, and each faction color comes with different races that you can be of all different complexity levels. So as an example, for the green player, we have the underachievers. Obviously, I picked that one because it's cute. Complexity is high for this one. We have the taxculators for purple with a medium level difficulty. And we have the humans for blue with an easy level difficulty. And then over here for red, we have the diplomats with a medium level difficulty. So each of the colors will have an easy, a medium, and a difficult level character that you can play. All of the characters, even within the same color, are going to have their own victory conditions. They're going to have their own deck set up. They're going to have a little story about their race and some more information on their little player card. A game of Fly Further is played over a series of rounds, and each round has 4 phases: discovery, colonization, scoring, and refresh. So let's take a closer look at each of these phases, starting with discovery. During this phase, you will reveal the top card of the journey deck, which is right up here. Planets all have a feature and are classified as either water or dry, identified by the icon on the card. So here we would have water. Let's see if I can find a dry. Here we would have a dry, so signified by that symbol. You can earn victory points by building a colony or a mine on a planet by the planet's features and or special actions. So let's take a look at this card right here. So like I mentioned, the symbol up here is going to signify whether it is water or dry. Now this symbol, the pink one, signifies victory points, and this is going to be dependent on whether or not there is a colony or a mine. So the orange is mines, the blue is colony. Down at the bottom, it will also have a little bit more information. So this is saying here, Fly Further cards, which is one of the action cards that can be found in a player's hand, yields only 1 energy, which are the lightning bolt tokens, instead of 2 energy and a common card. Okay, so all of these cards are going to be different. Victory points are going to be different based on kind of the type of thing that you're doing on it. We'll get into that more soon. If you reveal an event or asteroid belt card, then you're going to follow the card's directions and proceed to phase 2, colonization. This is an example of an event card, and here we have an asteroid belt. There are 3 different asteroid belt cards in this deck here, so let me just read this because they're all slightly different. Players may discard all of their command cards, and if they do, they gain 2 victory points for each command card they discarded. If the 3rd asteroid belt card of the game is revealed, the game will end after following its directions instead of continuing on with the game. Next up, we have colonization. Each player plays 1 action or race special action card face down, then they are simultaneously revealed. For any time in disputes, use the sequence of play by ship color on the reference card, which we have right here. So our reference card has our round overview as well as the sequence of play by ship color. The actions are mine, which is to build a mine on the planet, colony, build a colony on the planet, or fly further, gain rewards during scoring. Note that mine and colony are only considered built if they have survived all other card effects in the colonization phase. These are examples of those 3 cards. We have the colony card here, mine, and fly further. Now, not every player has these exact cards. As an example, the underachiever doesn't have any fly further cards in their deck, and instead of colony and mine, what they have are mini colony and mini mine, which are going to work in similar ways but slightly different. There are 3 types of race special action cards, the first being special mines and colonies. Now these function the same as the mine or colony card, but they also provide an additional benefit specific to your race. So if you'll see here, we have the underachiever's mine, the underachiever's colony. So these are build a mine, build a colony, but they have different effects in the same way as mini colony and mini mine. All of these belong to the underachievers. Then you have special actions, which are identified by the red star icon. They have unique features that are described on each card. Now, this one doesn't belong to any of the factions that we currently have out, but I wanted to give you an example. So this one is infection. Target another player without an immunity token and play this card on top of theirs before cards are revealed. Then we have extra actions, which is identified by the green plus symbol. They are played in addition to an action or special action and typically specify the timing in which they can be played. So if we look at taxes from the taxculators, it says here, use after actions are revealed. You gain from each player that has played the same card as you, so it gives the symbols 1 victory point if it was a colony or mine, or 1 energy if it was a fly further card. Everything is going to give you the timing and all of the instructions right on the cards themselves. During the game, players can get command cards, which is this deck right up here. They have unique abilities, and each player can play 1 command card per round at the specified time on the card. They do not count as an action. So let's look at one of those cards. Here we have fast adaptation. The current planet no longer has a unique feature. Use after actions are revealed. So once again, it will give you timing and instructions right on the card. The next phase is then the scoring phase. Players that played Fly Further gain 3 energy if played on a dry planet, or 2 energy and 1 command card if played on a water planet. Victory points are determined for players that built colonies or mines, and they move their ship ahead that number of spaces on the scoreboard. Any additional directions on the played card are applied as well as any race features. All played cards except Fly Further are discarded by players into their discard. Your discard is made up of slots around your race card, primarily separating mine and colony cards to provide information to your opponents. The final phase is then refresh. Players can spend energy to return their previously played action and special action cards from their discard to their hand. The cost is varied per card and is indicated in the top right corner by the number of lightning icons you can pay to return as many cards as you can afford, and the cost is paid back to the general supply. To get this card back, you need 2 energy tokens. Now the game will continue until either 3 asteroid belt cards are drawn from the journey deck, or an alternative endgame condition is triggered, which will be applicable for certain races. As an example, The underachievers have a special victory condition. Special victory condition: at the end of the game, you win if you went the shortest distance on the scoreboard. You cannot win otherwise. The player who has moved the farthest along the scoreboard or has fulfilled their special victory condition of the race is the winner. And that is kind of a general overview of how Fly Further works. Now, there is a lot more nuance into this game because we have so many different planets, different actions. We have near space, we have deep space, we have all of these different command cards that can be used, all of which have different abilities. Not to mention the different races are going to have their own special way of playing. As an example, the diplomats come with these bribery tokens, which they can use throughout the game. All of the players are going to have all of their special rules listed on their player sheets. So the question is, who is this game for? This, though it may seem a little bit complicated, is a relatively straightforward kind of race for victory game. You are trying to score the most victory points as you can, unless your victory condition is different, by optimizing the cards that you have. Now, it should be known that the hand that you start with is relatively limited. As an example, the taxculators have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. Now, you can increase the hand that you have by getting some of these command cards. However, you have what you have and it's limited. You're not really deck building throughout this game. So you are trying to optimize the cards that you have, not knowing what planets are going to be coming up. There are also so many different races and characters to choose from, which means there's a ton of variability that comes in this game at all different complexity levels. So each race or each color comes with 3 different races, and all of which play different. So the game is for ages 8 and up, meaning you can kind of adjust your complexity of this game based on who's around the table. It's going to be a very fast-paced game. It's got some of that simultaneous play with the revealing of the cards. And really, there's just so much to explore within it. I do want to take a minute to just show you some of these other races because I think they're pretty cool. We have the speculoids, the neurofungi, which remind me of The Last of Us. We have the mechanats, we have the mechanoids, chronos, agentoids, volcanins, pyronites, insectoids, replicators, parasites, bureaucrotasses, which is a cute little fish, oculus, and my favorite, the dotus. So lots to explore within this game. So if that sounds like something that might be a good fit for you, like I mentioned before, I'll have the links and everything that you need to know listed in the description below, along with the link to my preview video for Diceverse, which is the other game coming out from this publisher. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments below, but that is everything that I have for you all today. Now, like I said, if you're interested in buying this game, we're going to go to Kickstarter, but for other games that are currently available, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store, and for us, that's the Boardroom Game Cafe. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you again soon, and now I say goodbye. Goodbye!